Right, let's find Viktor, get this podcast started. Viktor.
Danny.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
Ah, very well. Let's take a seat because we've got some new products to take a look at
See
today.
that?
Groovy groove.
Well, that is obviously a nice line of beautiful skates we got here. Tell me about it. Where do we start? I've been on the ice for about half a year. What have I missed out on? What's new at Rollerblade, basically?
You've missed a lot, Viktor, to be
Yeah?
honest. Yeah, so this is a new range of Lightning skates, all right? So let's take a little a look at them between us. So this is the 80 woman's, or
All right.
female, whatever you want to call it.
It's way lighter than than it looks.
Yeah, and this is the male version in the 80. And so the Lightning skate, originally it was released in the early 90s. It was a massive success, and so which is why we're trying to re-release it again and go again. This guy, it's got loads of really cool features. So let's start from the top. So we've got the memory buckle, right? This is really new because you can adjust it here and it goes on really easy. And basically, the reason why it's called a memory buckle is because it remembers where you put it.
Yeah.
So you just clip it off, clip it back on. There's no need for adjusting. Off you go. It's super speedy to put on.
Damn, like that.
It's very, very cool. You know what I mean? The next thing you're going to notice, obviously the wheels. These are Rollerblade Lightning wheels. Okay, it's on an aluminium frame. I really like the sort of like if you feel the plastic, it's got a really nice sort of feel into it. It's hard. It's got a little bit of movement to it. Honestly, I'm quite excited to try this guy. So yeah, that's the 80. I think I've mentioned all the bits, but another bit about all of the Lightning skates, right, is they all come with a brake in the box, which is really cool.
Nice.
So this skate is aimed at everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's an everybody skate, whether you're a beginner, a professional, you know, whatever you want to do. This is like the entry level. This is for everybody, and so that's why we put a brake in this box.
Yeah.
So if you need the brake, it's there if you want it.
Man, I really like this because we talked about this before. Like most people, when they enter the sport of skating, they have no idea where they're going to end up. They have no idea what kind of skating they'll end up doing. And I mean, I can tell from my parents that they could have saved a lot of money if they could have bought me one skate. I started out on ramps for about a week. Then I realized I wasn't crazy enough for that. And leave it up to you guys. And then did just some fun casual skating until I went into speed skating. But especially when we look at some of these with the real wheel sizes, the bigger wheels, it looks like they can go pretty fast. Like that's just super cool that we have one skate that works for anything.
Yeah,
It's not like it's a bad skate. Like it's not just because it's not specialized in one field. It's because it seems to have it all.
It's really cool. And the other thing I just wanted to check out there was the bearings as well. So they come with SG7 bearings in these 80s, which is it's a really, really nice bearing. It's really cool. So let's move on to some of the other ones in the range. So we got the 90 here. This is, I presume, the male one. It's the male one. And then we got the female version, that one. That's actually probably one of my favorite looking ones. I really like the colorway on this. It's really nice. And so
it's going to stand out in the street, yeah.
That's it. Again, they've got all the same things on in the memory buckles, you know, and they've got this really nice, I don't know if you can see that, all the patterns in the liner. They're all different, you know. So yeah, it's got a nice little bit of art in there as well, which is really, really nice. Yeah, the other thing with these, right, it's got something called a footbed sizer inside of here. So basically what this does is allows your skate to be two sizes. Very simple, but very effective.
That is nice.
Okay, so it's in, or you take it out.
I know if there's so many people that order these online. I purchase skates online myself, and obviously that's convenient, but it is a little risky because you could be, I mean, sizes vary even from model to model, brand to brand. Having that option, God, I feel like that's reassuring.
Yeah, and talking about sizing as well, if people are worried, like all they have to do is go to the Rollerblade website and there's a size conversion and it'll help you understand what size you need, what footbed size and stuff like this.
Damn, this is pretty cool because my wife has just ordered and received a pair of skates and she does not obviously use that size chart, but her issue is that one foot is half a size bigger than the other.
So which one?
I think it's got to be her right. That's a little
there you go.
Bigger?
Take it home and we solved your problem.
Damn, that is super cool.
No problem.
She can't be the only one.
So moving on though.
Yeah.
This one I think is more for you.
Oh, that looks like a real skate.
Yeah, it's got bigger wheels on it, which I know you like.
Yeah, size does matter. We talked about that in a previous podcast. Oh, that is sweet.
And so the interesting thing with the 110 and the 90s, they come with the Hydrogen SE wheels. Okay?
Yeah.
So why these are really cool is when you buy Hydrogen SE wheels separately, they come with the wheel, the bearing, and the washer, which is really, really cool. But yeah, so you got hydrogen SEs on these and hydrogen SEs on these. So these are 110, these are 90s, very nice. And so remember the 80s, they were the Rollerblade Lightning wheels.
This is impressive. I actually did a comparison test where I went out on my speed skates with these wheels and then the Hydrogen Pro that are made for speed.
Right.
And I think like at my marathon pace, we're talking, it was not more than just 1 kilometer per hour of difference. It's like these can go pretty damn fast.
Interesting.
That's wild.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's like obviously this is a sweet skate. I would love to go skate on this. But what was the whole like idea of this? Like what kind of user, what kind of skater is it that we're gonna make happy with these?
What with this skate?
Other than just me. Yeah.
The one with the free wheels is, you know, it's designed for speed, a little bit of marathons maybe. You know, for me, this is my marathon skate. For you, maybe not your marathon skate, but I believe you could use this. You know, and the interesting thing, it's called the Lightning. I'm not sure if it's the weight that it's named after or the thing in the sky, but
it is super light,
right?
Which is wild because it doesn't. I don't know. Looking at it until I had it in my hands, it doesn't look like a light skate. It just looks solid. You know.
Oh.
It's pretty.
I've just noticed one other feature as well.
Yeah.
So with all our rollerblade skates, we had a slightly different slider on the side before as well. And this is a new uprated slider, and it's got a slightly different material actually. So it's probably going to be a little bit more grippy. So then if you do hit your boot, not only is it going to stop you from hitting the floor, it's going to kind of stop you from sliding as much as well.
Dang.
That's a really nice touch. I've only just noticed that.
This is super cool. Like the perfect all-in-one skate, basically.
Yeah, and another thing to look at is in the bottom, you got a couple of vents underneath here. And so this, you know, with the ones in the front, breathability, you know, hopefully to get the smell of your feet back out into the atmosphere, so they don't come with you all the way home. You know?
And this, I'm personally pretty stoked about this. We're both pretty active on social media. We have a lot of people that follow us, and I can only imagine you also get a bunch of questions like, "What skate should I get?"
Yeah.
Which is the most vague question, and you're gonna give them the most vague answer. It's like, it depends how often, what are you gonna do with it, like how much experience do you have? And I think this can be the answer to a lot of those DMs that we might
For
have.
real, I don't even think I have to read the emails. I can just suggest a skate because it fits everyone. It's a everything skate. It's really, really nice. Yeah, cool. We've got some more new products though as well.
Okay, bring it on.
So, like I said, it's got a really nice liner in this skate.
Yeah.
But you can now buy an aftermarket liner from Rollerblade.
Oh, and a good one.
This guy, it's called the Nomad Liner. Okay. It's just take a little look at it. It's quite nice.
Pretty sexy.
So it's got all these so under here you got the neoprene. So this keeps the grip of the liner on the bottom of the skate, so you don't get too much movement. The same on the heel. You got the same thing, so it keeps it nice and stuck in the skate. You've got these bits of Velcro. You see these on the side? So what they're for is obviously it gives you a little bit extra support around the cuff and around the back of the foot. And also, if you want a bit more room, you take it off. And so then you've got some more room inside of your skate. I think that's
a customizable liner.
It's very cool.
Like that idea.
Another really cool thing about this skate, it's got some super technology on the inside, right? So I don't know if you can see this grey bit on the side. What this material is a special sort of anti-smell technology.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how it works.
but as long as it works,
But basically, when you take your feet off, there isn't this incredibly bad smell that follows you around if you've been skating for 12 hours a day or something. Yeah. So for most users of liners, I know this is really, really important, is to keep your feet smelling, I
mean, it's going to be a lot of parents out there that's going to love this. I was not allowed to have my skates inside the house as a kid growing up because they just smell too much.
So if we had these liners when you was a kid, we probably wouldn't have this problem. So, this for me, I'm very excited about this liner because what it does is it takes away a lot of the sort of pressure points you might get on your feet, the red marks, which I expect you get a lot of.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't use a liner in your skate, which is probably
I'm a little jealous. I admit that. This looks super comfortable. I couldn't help but think when we looked at Lightning skates that we went through all those different kind of ways you can use a skate. They can do almost basically anything. Commuting, because the first thing I thought about, wow, that memory boggle thing, super convenient. You can just click it on. I can't imagine a skate that's fast to put on off the knees, basically. And then that's the ideal skate to commute. And then we're like, what is the biggest issue about commuting in skates? They're super easy, it's convenient, it's practical. You can hop in a metro, hop in a bus, just put them in your backpack. But on a warm summer day, if you skate to work especially if you go a little fast, your feet are gonna smell horribly. So I do think this one solves like that final issue on how can you,
it's for any skaters, they know the pain with this one. So yeah, it's hopefully this is a real big leap in a great direction, which is fantastic. But yeah, I wanted to show you this one because for me this is a game changer. This is really, really cool. The Nomad Liner. I think I've mentioned it. Oh no, there's one other bit.
The sole inside?
That's it. So the sock bed is actually, most people think, oh, it's just a sock bed. It's just a sole. This is really important. It may look thin and small, but there's a nice bit of padding here.
If you see it from like the end of it like that, how the arch
it's a work of
kind
art.
of reinforced.
It's like literally a work of art. So it makes sure it matches every contour of your foot, your arch, and your heel. So
There's
therefore,
a lot of unstable knees out there that will love this.
I've got some of them. So for me, I need these things like this. It's really, really important. So, and it really does make a difference,
That's the thing I miss in like, I do speed skating, and we can't have all these cool features. We just have a carbon shell. Because to be honest, like speed is the only goal here. Like we really compromise comfort if necessary. We can't have a nice little cushion like this one, or also we can't have insoles in them. And they just make, like, they're flat, which is a good thing because you need to be able to steer exactly you want. But so many people don't have the strength, and I do think this is a super cool way, especially if people start skating with these, that they're just going to be literally on top of it.
That's it. That's it.
Right
and
from the start.
It's going to give you a really nice way to stand. And another thing as well is they come with a footbed sizer as well, so you can always just make it smaller or bigger. It's very, very simple. Yeah, so that's personally one of my favorite ones. I've been waiting for this to come for years. So yeah, Rollerblade, thank you. That's awesome. So, do you want some more products?
Yeah.
Right, so this is the last one I'm going to show you today, I think. This
Grand final. Okay.
do you know what this is?
It is a sort of weapon. No, it's definitely a frame. Wow, it's a frame.
Yes.
I can tell you that. It's 5 wheels.
Yes.
Which I have not seen in basically a few decades. And then.
So, yeah, this...
Oh, it's lighter than it looks.
The interesting thing about this with the 5 wheels is the 5 wheels aren't all in the same place. Okay, so
right.
the height of them are different, you know what I mean? It isn't just...
Intentionally?
Intentionally and not randomly done. So it's like a rockered frame, okay? We call it rockered. So
I know that from ice skating.
just like ice skates, there we go. And so the middle wheel is slightly lower, and then it progressively goes up here and there, okay? And so what that does is you may think it's a long frame. How do you move in these? Well, actually, it makes...
Especially more contact points makes it harder.
Yeah, so you imagine, though, that middle wheel's down a little bit, so you're going to have less contact, okay? So what these are for is for flowing, for feeling your skating, right? Like, I call it drawing pictures with your feet. And you can feel the inside edge, the outside edge, and it makes you understand, like, the geometry of skating. It's you have to try it, actually. So, you need to give it a go. So, yeah, these are the flow frames. They're 5 wheels, they're 80 millimeter. And they're a progressive rocker. And the thing that you notice is it's incredibly light as well. I really like that, and with the cutouts as well. It's
a neat frame. No, I like that idea. I would be super interested in trying. Like, I don't know why I'd never thought of this for inline skating, but on ice skates I couldn't imagine not having it.
Precisely.
Otherwise, you feel like stuck in one direction, which I assume is why, like, when we go from speed skating on ice to hockey skating, where they need to change direction, skating backwards, forwards, whatever, in milliseconds, they have a massive rock. And honestly, it seems like a lot of fun for them.
Yeah,
so I really like that idea.
You should give it a go, bro. I think and it's a very new thing. You know what I mean? Like, anyone can do this from any type of skating. Like, it's got a mixture of sort of urban skating, like freestyle, dance, like slalom, like freestyle, like figure. Like, it's really...
They move freely. Rollerblade
Precisely.
right there.
That's it. So yeah, that's the new flow frame. And so just to show you this in a bit more detail, I've got one here. So here is
the whole package.
Look at this guy. So we got the Nomad Liner with the Lightning Skate and the flow frame with the 5 80mm hydrogen wheels on there.
I like those colors.
This
the classic Rollerblade.
Yeah, this is it's very brand coloured, this one actually. So yeah, you can see the yellow or the lime green through here. You've got lime green there, lime green laces. You've got the lime green on the wheels as well. But yeah, for me, this is like, just look at it. And you'd expect this to be quite heavy with the 5 wheels and everything together.
But now at this point, I don't, because I held everything. It's like, oh, that was lighter than it looked. That was lighter than it looked. So it is lighter than it looks.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so yeah, the Lightning really standing up to its name. It's light.
Yeah,
it's really, really light. It's really cool.
I mean, I wonder how they do that. Like, obviously, they just improve the materials to make them as light as possible. I could also imagine this, like, they can make this thinner because it is stronger, especially when you have the liner inside that's also super, stable and strong.
That's it.
This makes a little more sense because my first thought, I gotta admit that when, like, the whole rocker idea for the frame, to me also seemed like a little, I don't know, wild, which is nice. Like, I know you love this being able to steer all over. There's also times where I like to not steer, but just apply pressure to generate speed. Looking at it now that, like, wheels are mounted, I do see, you can't tell it's rockered until it actually hits the ground, kind of.
Yeah, the interesting thing with these, right, is, like you're saying, you can get them direct carves as well by putting the weight into the back, boom, and that's why it's really fun. It's not just about being on that middle wheel, it's about understanding the turns.
Like, we're talking hybrid.
And you can pump your weight through them as well. It's very
interesting. You tried these out?
I've tried these for 3 days.
All right.
Yeah, and I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot of fun. It's a whole new world. It's ambidextrous as well.
Yeah.
You have to learn things both ways, which is I think really important. So I really do recommend, like, this new flow skating stuff for, like, improving your skating, understanding how to skate, how to move, and stuff like that. So I think it's a real nice step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the thing that whenever I coach people in skating, regardless of their level, we're talking really good skaters as well, I do like to try and force them by different drills where apply more pressure to the front of your skate, the center, the rear, because then often people come to realize, like, whoa, when I do this drill where I try and apply more towards the heel, I actually skate better. Or the toes, depending on where you're at beforehand, where this kind of forces you to, like, understand those pressure. But, like, it's very clear whether you're on the tip of your skate or on the heel.
No, you said something really valuable there. It makes you understand the different ways of pressuring, carving, and stuff like this, without having to forcibly put yourself there. It's very interesting. It's very nice. With that said, I need to take him for a skate, mate, because I'm doing far too much talking.
Dude, that is fair.
Been a pleasure. Take it easy.
And this is fun.
See you soon.
See you, Danny.
Bye-bye.